The Libernovo Omni. A chair for broken people, but not for broke people. I've had the Libernovo for a few months now. Got it off of Kickstarter, sent to Australia. Lots of shipping delays, but we eventually got it. It's a chair that promised to be everything that a chair could be. And for the most part, it did not disappoint. For me, the main selling point was the promise of relieved stress on the back, as I had been suffering from back pain due to work. And luckily, this chair did fix most of those problems. Previously, I'd just been using a crappy office chair from Audi, like a $50 office chair. It was a piece of crap. But then this chair popped up on my feed, and I was very much interested. I waited for a few of the reviews that happened before the product came out, and they pretty much sold me on the chair. Everyone was a bit nervous about kickstarting it, but I put my money in, and I was not disappointed. However, this feature right here, it's pretty much a gimmick. It does what it's supposed to. It does stretch your back a bit, but to be honest, it would be better if the chair didn't have it and was at a lower price. Now, the cushioning on this chair, that headrest right there, same cushioning as the backrest, it is amazing. It's so nice to sit in. People worried about the material getting hot, and to be honest, I don't find it really does. There is a bit of warmth retention, but other than that, it's completely fine. Now, the headrest does move. You're better off sitting in it when moving it, because it's quite difficult to otherwise. But moves up and down, forward and backwards, it tilts. I've never used the headrest before, and I absolutely love this thing. I find when I'm reading, I can fit it into sort of a good spot. It's not the perfect chair for reading, but it does help with that headrest. The backrest also is very malleable. It conforms when you turn, feels great on the spine, gives you movement in the chair that you don't usually get with a chair. As you can see, it's built on sort of like a plastic spine. The whole mechanism of the chair sort of flows through that back piece there, which also moves when you tilt the chair back and forth. The whole thing moves with you, even the armrests move back. So that right there is the piston. There's the underneath the chair. So all of this works together. There's electrics that go into the chair from the base. And as you can see, this is a dust magnet. This thing gets covered in dust. It's pretty bad. That right there is a zip tie that they use to tie the wires back so they don't get caught in the chair. This will come up later. And there's the front. So this thingy right here is in control of the arms coming back and forth when you tilt the chair. This is your control for going up and down with the chair, and then that is for your tilt. And there's a big knob to the bottom left of this that allows you to increase or decrease the tension required to lean back. It works very well. So on the top position here, it's like a normal chair, you get tiny movement back. Second position, this is my favorite position. Gives you just enough lean back. It would be nice if you could pause it in between. This is the third setting. This is a proper lean back. And as you can see, the arms of the chair are starting to move with the chair. And on the last position, you get a fully reclined movement. That click right there is what I was talking about. It's to do with this. I just had to move that around and it stopped clicking. It was just catching on the zip tie. But this back lean, it's amazing. You don't even feel like you're falling back like most chairs. There's no worry about falling back at all. When I first got this chair, I thought I could sleep in that position, but it's kind of difficult. So this thing also came with a footrest, which is kind of expensive if you buy it separately. But I love the ottoman part. It's great for the legs. But I find that if you put the chair at the full height, even the footrest is too low. So I generally keep this at its lowest height, maybe increasing it every now and then. So this is what the armrests move like. So they do move in, and as you can hear there, when you pull them out, it's kind of aggressive. I'm not a fan of how they did that, but the forward and back moves fine. I don't know why that caught, but it did. But they move up and down pretty high. I find at the lowest setting, my arms don't really touch them, so I'm fine with that. They do go in quite a bit, and you can push them all the way in like that. So they're very mobile. A bit too mobile, as a lot of the complaints say. So this is what it looks like from behind. It's just a very nice, smooth movement backwards. Now the biggest complaint everybody has about the chair is the armrests, which I have to agree with. They move about like nothing. Sideways it holds a bit, but forward and back, it takes no effort. When you get up and down from your desk, basically, these will get knocked around easily. It's not too much of an issue. I don't even really use the armrests, to be honest. But if you do use the armrests, you may find it annoying. My main complaint, though, is that this is very hard to move around when you're not sitting in it. So if you hold from here, you can sort of drag it around, but it feels like you're going to end up damaging the mechanism. If you hold it from here, it's sort of the same thing, because this has a bit of give from the mechanism there. And if you go to hold onto this to pull it, you've got all the issues of everything moving. So if I try to push it, this will even drop in. So, as someone who does pull around the chair a lot, there's some slight issue there. It's not too bad, but if you want to move it across an entire room, the best way is probably to just grab onto this part and push and pull. But again, it does feel like it's interacting with the mechanism. With my old chairs, I just grab by the arm and just pull along. But other than that, the chair itself is of amazing quality. So as I said, my previous chair was a crappy Audi chair. I also had a Secret Lab Titan, which, to be honest, was somehow too big for me. My feet couldn't even touch the floor for some reason, even though I'm the right height for it. They say that's an ergonomic chair. It is not. But this chair alleviated some of the issues I had from the Secret Lab Titan. I just wanted the proper back positioning. But going from this to the Libernovo was a complete game changer. Now, if this video gets a lot of questions, I might make a follow-up video covering all of the questions that get asked. But other than that, this was a basic consumer review from the Handsome Clam.